Okay, thank you for joining me. So this is a sequence that I've just put together. It's a really gentle flow to release the shoulders and the upper back. I hope you enjoy it. It can be done at any time of the day. So let's just start seated, and you're welcome to lift up your hips with a cushion or a blanket or towel if that makes sitting more comfortable for you. Just relaxing the hands. We'll start with some breath awareness. So we can close the eyes or a soft, steady gaze. And then just allowing the slow breath to move into the lower parts of the lungs. A natural expansion of belly through the inhalation. Natural recoiling of the rib cage, a softening of the belly towards the spine through the exhalation. If you're comfortable, you can have a little pause between breaths. Bringing the mind into the still, quiet space before the inhalation starts. The mind is steady, watching the flow of your breath for about 2 more complete rounds of breath. Or gently open the eyes if they're closed, interlacing the fingers into the lap. And then with your breath, we'll inhale, the hands float up to the chest, turning the palms away. As you exhale, gently drop the chin, create some space between shoulder blades. We'll breathe in to lift the thumbs, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, and twist to your right side gently as you exhale. So the left hand is on the right knee, right hand gently behind. And then breathing in, creating a gentle lengthening down through the lower back and a soft lift of the upper back. Through your inhalation in the twist here, we're breathing into the side of the lungs, a lateral breath movement. Naturally, your exhalation will support a deepening of the twist of the spine. And then keeping your left hand on the right knee, we're going to add some movement with the back arm. So we'll breathe in to float the hand up to shoulder height. Then as you exhale, wrap it all the way around to the opposite shoulder, and we can look to that shoulder. Breathing in, opening the chest, opening the right arm behind you, and exhaling, we let the upper back gently rotate, shoulder blades turn, hand to shoulder. So inhaling, opening chest, and the arm follows. One more time, exhaling, a movement of the shoulder blades gently away from the spine. We'll open the arm up as we inhale. The change of movement here, exhale the left shoulder to the left knee, and the arm sweeps over. We'll come back up, reaching for the sky, inhale, and then exhaling back into that gentle lean. You can encourage a flaring of the ribs on the right side. Inhaling up one more time. Exhaling into the lean. Roll the chest to the center and holding opposite knees here with the hands. Chin drops down and we breathe into the back of the shoulder blades. Lower back. Take your time for the full exhalation here. And then lifting the heart, opening the arms wide, breathing in. Hands behind you gently, exhale. And inhaling, we'll lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, bend the elbows, soften the shoulders forward, drop the chin down. Inhaling, lifting up, whole spine expands through breath. Exhaling gently through. One more, breathing in. Exhale. And then we'll sweep arms wide, inhale. Twist to your left side, exhaling. So you have your right hand onto the left knee. Starting here, about 5 breaths in the twist. Moving into that lateral movement of breath. Inhaling, the sides of the lower lungs meet the sides of the rib cage. Exhaling, softening, completing the breath out. We're keeping the right hand on the left knee. Back arm moves with breath. So we inhale, float it to shoulder height. Then exhaling, sweeping it across to hold the opposite shoulder. Open the chest, take the arm behind you as you inhale. And rotating through the upper back, exhale. One more, breathing in to open up. And exhaling to sweep it through. Then we'll open up for the inhale, a change of movement here. Right shoulder gently to right knee, top arm sweeps over, exhale. Sweep back up to the sky, lengthening the spine. And exhaling to lean into that right side. One more, breathing in, lengthening up. Exhaling, gently leaning, flaring of the left ribs. Then roll the heart forward, hold opposite knees with hands. Nourishing through your breath here. And as we inhale, we lift the chest, expand, opening up through the arms. Reach your hands high, exhale. Lengthen up, fingertips are reaching up for the ceiling or sky. Shoulder blades softening. One more breath to the side and back of your lungs. Palms together, exhaling back through your center. Shoulders relaxed. Notice if just from that short little sequence there's been any shifts, any lifting of layers or dissolving of tensions. Then take your time. We're going to come over onto the hands and the knees. You can always give yourself extra padding on the hands and knees by popping a towel or a blanket folded underneath the knees there. So keeping the elbows soft here, we're going to breathe to side of lungs. As you exhale, gently guide the hips back towards your heels, releasing into a child's pose. And we'll inhale, float the chest back up. And exhaling, hips gently release back. Breath out's a little longer than the inhale. Inhale one more time. Breath to side of lungs, soft elbows. Exhaling, releasing back here. And we'll just settle the rib cage to the support from the thighs. Now you can change your hands position. You're very welcome to place the hands or forearms stacked under the forehead here. If your shoulders are fatigued, you might like to take arms by the side. It's another option for you as well. A three-dimensional breath here. We're not forcing any movement of the breath, we're simply allowing it. Then we'll inhale back up to the hands and the knees. We're just going to do one little downward dog in the practice. So tucking your toes, lifting your knees, lifting the hips, exhaling back through. If this is too strong for you, a modification is on the hands, so on the knees and the hands reaching forward into a puppy pose as I'm demonstrating here. Or if that's too much for shoulders, you can rest with hips elevated above knees and forearms crossed. If you're in downward facing dog, just spending the next few breaths releasing out gently through the back of the legs. We want to stretch out through the arms, pressing the hands to the floor. We'll lift both heels, draw the thighs up, breathing in, and then lengthening your heels, gently exhaling completely. And then let's meet each other wherever you are here, on the hands and the knees, soft elbows. Just breathing in, looking up, let the shoulders gently move away from ears. Exhaling, gathering the belly to spine, dropping the head to the heart. Two more, breathing in. Exhale. One more time. Exhaling through, whole spine to the movement. And coming through onto the hands and the knees. Take your knees a little bit further back. Let the shoulders come forward and the hips forward. And then we'll lower slowly down, elbows point to the back corners of the mat. Let's just rest, forehead to the back of the hands here. Feet can go a little wide and spacious of your hips. And you might like just to have a little bit of a wriggle there, just to settle the lower back and the hips down. And when we're lying on the ground, we have the opportunity for a little bit of feedback for our breath. So with the contact of the belly to the mat, we can inhale to that movement of the belly. Exhaling, softening heart space, shoulders. The belly naturally recoils back to your spine. Okay, so we're just going to move through a little bit of extension of the spine. And we just want to keep this in a space that feels really comfortable and accessible for you. There should never be pain or discomfort. So if you do experience any discomfort, then just gently ease back to this position that we're in now. We're going to take the hands by the shoulders. And we start with the forehead to the ground And we breathe into the belly. Exhaling to gently lift the chest. We're not pushing through the arms here. We'll inhale a little higher, some support from the hands if comfortable. And exhale, long breath out, long spine lengthens forward and down. Again, breathing into your belly. Heart lifts through exhale. Option here to go a little higher through the next inhale or stay as you are. And then exhaling, long breath out. I want the legs to be active here. So again, let's breathe into belly. Heart lifts through exhale. Inhale a little higher, press the tops of the feet down to the ground. And exhale, lowering down. And bending into your right knee, we're going to take hold of the top of the right foot. If you can't grab that yourself, just looping a strap or a belt around the top of the foot. And what I quite like to do if I'm doing that as an option is actually taking the strap over the top of the shoulder, and you can hold the strap in front of the shoulder here. So that can be a little bit more comfortable if your shoulders are restricted. We're breathing into the belly. Beautiful little release for the front of the hips, particularly if you've been sitting a little bit more lately. Top of the thigh. We'll gently release through an exhale. Enjoying a breath between sides. When you're ready, we'll bend the left knee and take hold of the top of the foot with the hand, or looping your strap around the top of the foot, and then either holding the strap sort of as I'm demonstrating here, or we take it over the top of the shoulder and hold it in front of the shoulder. As best you can here, just being mindful that we're not engaging any more than we need to. So if we can relax the opposite shoulder, if we can relax the muscles of the jaw and the face. Two more earthy belly breaths. Gently releasing the foot. Have a nice breath there, just relaxing, letting everything settle. And hands come gently by the shoulders. And we'll just press gently through the hands, easing the hips back over towards the heels. Little child's pose. Coming up through onto the hands and the knees. Coming back into a comfortable seated position. Take your time. Support yourself with a cushion or a blanket if you need to. So let's just gently come back to our breath. And we're just going to do 3 rounds of an alternate nostril breath. So when we breathe through the nostrils, there's so many benefits that we receive compared to breathing through the mouth. And then adding on the alternate nostril breath is helping to balance our energies and bring us into being more centered. So I'm not sure how you're feeling, but I feel like that would be a really nice place to go to at the moment. And then we'll just finish off with a beautiful reclined spinal twist and a little rest. Okay, so we're just going to use our right hand. You can use the second and middle finger to base of thumb, or placing those 2 fingers between the eyebrows. If your sinuses are blocked, don't force the breath here. You can just visualize the alternate nostrils. So we're going to use the thumb and the 4th finger to control the nostrils. We'll start by gently inhaling through both, exhaling through both. And with the thumb, block the right nostril and inhale through your left. Block the left and exhale through right. Inhale right. Block right, exhale left. That's 1 round. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Last round. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Relaxing your hand down. Natural breath gently returns. Take your time to lie down on your back. Once we're lying down, if you feel like it would be nice just to bring the knees into the chest for a moment, you're very welcome to. The shoulders relaxed, spine is settling to the support of the ground beneath you. We'll place the feet down onto the mat. Arms can just open out wide here. And then you're going to lift your hips a little, move them slightly to the left, just a little, couple of inches. Knees come up to above the hips. And then with the breath out, we gently let the knees go to the right side. And then choosing the position of your head here so we can continue to look up, or if the neck is comfortable, look gently to the left. And then the left arm, if comfortable, slides a little higher than shoulder height. We're breathing into the left side of the lungs. Softening left shoulder blade and shoulder gently down to the support of the earth. Bring the head back to the center. And then through the exhalation, let the knees come up gently. Pop your feet back down and just leveling off the pelvis, squaring it to the spine. Have a breath there between sides. And then lifting the hips, taking them a little to the right. Knees lift to the height of the hips. We don't want to go too close to the chest. And then taking the knees across gently to the left side. We can slide the right arm a little higher than shoulder height and let the head gently turn to the right. And focusing on that breath, expanding into the right side of your lungs. Releasing of the body through the exhalation. And bring the head gently back through to the center. The exhale supports the knees, coming back up to the center, popping your feet down, squaring the hips to the spine. We can choose to have a few breaths with the hands gently onto the lower part of the abdomen, or knees gently to the chest if that's where you feel you need to go to be comfortable in the spine. And then taking your time here just to relax the legs out. If you'd prefer to lie on your belly or your side or come to sit for a few minutes, please do. And here we're just allowing everything to be processed from the practice. The rebalancing, healing to take place on all levels. And slowly we can start to enliven the breath a little. Some little movement there to your hands and feet and ankles and wrists. Maybe gently turning the head softly side to side, just stimulating the back of the skull a little. Option for a stretch of the arms. Bending the knees, and we can roll to the side that's comfortable for you, supporting the head. Don't be in a rush to start to engage too strongly with the external world. Linger a little longer in this internal space and connection. When you're ready, we'll slowly come up to a seated position that's comfortable for you. always prioritizing comfort. And palms into our heart space. So we just hold gratitude for these practices, the support that they give us in our lives. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.